Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ringside Cinema. I am Money Mike, and last week I talked here on this channel about the booking issues with Charlotte Flair and how it's a problem amongst the fans, and compared it to the Roman Reigns booking before he was the tribal chief. You can check that video out here. But today, I want to elaborate on that and offer some solutions. And I want to hear from you in the comments. What would you do to fix Charlotte Flair's booking to make it more favorable for the fans? So, comment below. Let me know what you would do to change your booking. And before we get into all that, as always, hit that like and subscribe button, as I do produce weekly wrestling content here on this channel. And I will be live streaming the Elimination Chamber on Saturday, March 1st. And I will be attending WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas, in which I am hoping to do a lot of content while I am in Vegas for WrestleMania. So, it is very likely that we are going to get Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton. She's already come back, won the Royal Rumble. It's probably very likely that it's going to be Charlotte versus Tiffany. I don't see a world where they have Charlotte versus Rhea, unless they really want to do something where they have Bianca Belair go against Tiffany Stratton, and then they build that into the return of Jade Cargill, where Jade maybe goes after Bianca for the title after WrestleMania. But that kind of brings me to the point of how there's so many other women that I think the fans would rather see. And so let's fix Charlotte Flair's booking, okay? I got 3 ways to do it here. So, number 3, look, it's obvious. Just put her in non-title feuds, right? Let's get that one out of the way. Look, we've seen Becky Lynch, Bayley, even Bianca, where a lot of top stars have been in feuds that have not revolved around championships. And I saw a stat earlier that said that Charlotte Flair has had 7 matches at WrestleMania, and all of them have been championships. I mean, it's the point. She's the Kansas City Chiefs of pro wrestling. Everyone is sick of seeing the Chiefs. I am recording this before the Super Bowl, so I have no idea if the Chiefs are going to three-peat or not. But I would imagine fans are just going to be sick of it even more if they do three-peat and the Eagles don't win. But that's Charlotte. That's how WWE has booked Charlotte Flair. They don't want to see her in title matches. They want to see her do something different. Have her do something that that doesn't revolve a championship. Now, granted, I'm sure that if she wasn't fighting for the world title, that the WWE would probably have her go for the U.S. Women's Championship or the Women's Intercontinental Championship. But there is that point of like, hey, you can put her in non-title feuds. We've seen Bayley and Becky a couple years ago have a feud that probably could have involved a championship, but it was a non-title, high-level feud that probably could have had a championship, but they didn't. We've seen a lot of stars, even on the men's side, where they're feuding not for a championship. When you look at it and go, maybe they should be feuding for a championship. So why does WWE not do that with Charlotte? That's the first thing. Like, let's see her out of the championship picture. Let's see her doing something away from the championship. Like, my booking idea, to me, if I was rebooking the whole Rumble, I would have had Nia Jax eliminate Charlotte Flair from the Rumble. Io Sky would have won, so she can go and challenge Rhea Ripley. And then I would have done Charlotte versus Nia in a non-title feud at WrestleMania, because you have that whole built-in feud with Nia, she was the queen of the ring. Charlotte is known as the queen. There can only be one queen. And you can have Charlotte against Nia as a non-title feud for WrestleMania. The second way that WWE can fix Charlotte Flair's booking is essentially the Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar route. And what John Cena essentially is this year, where you treat her as a special attraction part-time superstar. Now I don't know if Charlotte's ready to be a part-timer, but we have seen Charlotte come and go as she pleases. Now, she still is a full timer, don't get me wrong, but I do think there is that special attraction where you could treat her as such. Kind of similar to Roman Reigns when he was still full time before he went to a part time schedule while he was a tribal chief. And Charlotte, I think if you treat her as a special attraction star, you could have her show up, do dream matches. You could have her kind of just put over superstars, have her do feuds with people that she's never feuded with before. Maybe she revisits some old feuds with Bayley and Charlotte. I think to me, Charlotte Flair right now, the way that she's presented, it's almost as if she's already treated as a special attraction superstar. So why not treat her as such? So to me, I think if the WWE were to do that, I think that would fix a lot of problems because we wouldn't see her as much. And again, you keep her away from the title scene by doing that, and then maybe every once in a while, similar to Brock Lesnar, she could have title feuds where she does put over new talent. And last but not least, I think the easiest way to fix Charlotte Flair's booking is to do the one thing we have not seen her do, and that is lead her own stable. Have her own faction. We saw Bayley with Damage Control. Why not give Charlotte her own faction? Obviously, Ric Flair, her father, is the leader of the Four Horsemen. And we saw Triple H, who is in charge of the WWE right now, had Evolution. And I think you could create a Evolution like stable where you have Charlotte and you have three other women that could kind of fill out. You have two, one that can help fill out for the tag team title scene. And then you have two handpicked that would be kind of similar or fit the mold of Orton and Batista, where Charlotte Flair would eventually put them over the same way Triple H put over Batista. And I think that would be something different. It would be something different to kind of see how she does running her own group, having her own staple. Now, obviously, this would not change anything with her being in the championship picture, but at least it would be something different that I think the fans could go, you know what, this is different. I can give this a chance. Because we know, you're going to watch it and go, okay, eventually there's so-and-so's going to turn on Charlotte, and they're going to be there to make new stars. And I think that's kind of what I think the WWE should do at WrestleMania is don't just have Charlotte win straight up over Tiffany. I think if they are planning on having Charlotte beat Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania, do it kind of similar to the Judgment Day when we had Edge versus AJ Styles, and then Damian Priest helped Edge, and that was the formation of the Judgment Day. Like, have someone come out and help Charlotte beat Tiffany Stratton to set this new Evolution type group up that we would eventually see them to, Charlotte would then face whoever to eventually put them over for the championship down the line. And in the process, you make Tiffany Stratton a babyface as well, and I think the fans are already going to cheer for Tiffany Stratton anyway. So at the very least, you can accomplish both of those things at once where we can give Charlotte something new, give the fans something new to for her to try to kind of see her in a different light, right? You know, and then also Tiffany Stratton would then just go on be a full on babyface. But yeah, I think to me, I think if you're going to book Charlotte Flair over Tiffany, I think in you're going to change your booking, I think this is how you do it. Give Charlotte Flair her own evolution, four horseman group where she eventually puts over younger talent at the end. So let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think? How do you think Charlotte Flair should be booked at WrestleMania, and how do you think she should be booked post WrestleMania? Do you like my ideas? Comment below. And as always, I've been your host, Money Mike, and you've been watching Ringside Cinema.
Ringside Cinema, living out the dream, living out the dream, living out the dream. Lights down, time to go. Cheers for heroes we know. Ringside forever. Oh, wrestling never